When you were a kid, a single summer felt like it lasted forever. The school year stretched out endlessly. The weeks before your birthday crawled. A single afternoon could feel like a small lifetime. Now, you blink and it's December again. Whole months vanish. People say, "See you next year," as a joke in November, because it basically already is next year. Time didn't actually speed up. A year is still exactly a year. So what changed is specifically, something about how your brain measures time. And once you understand it, you can partly fight it. Let's start with the oldest explanation, and it's almost insultingly simple. It's just math. Back in 1877, a French philosopher named Paul Janet proposed something now called the proportional theory. The idea: you measure each stretch of time against the total amount of time you've already lived. Watch what that does. When you're 5 years old, 1 year is a fifth of your entire life. It's 20% of everything you've ever experienced. Of course, it feels enormous. But when you're 50, that same year is just 1/50th of your life. 2%. So it feels about 10 times shorter than it did to your 5-year-old self, even though the clock says it's identical. By this logic, something a little haunting falls out of the math. The stretch of life from age 5 to 10 might feel just as long, subjectively, as the entire stretch from 40 to 80. Half your felt life may already be over by your mid-20s. That's the math theory. It's clean, and it's been around for over a century. But it doesn't quite capture what we actually feel, because some years feel huge and others vanish, and pure arithmetic can't explain the difference. For that, you need the second, better answer. And it's about memory. Here's the thing. Your brain doesn't record every second equally. It's lazy, and for good reason. It only spends real energy recording things that are new. Novel experiences get stored in rich, high-resolution detail. Routine gets compressed into almost nothing. The psychologist William James noticed this back in 1890. He pointed out that your 20s feel long in memory because they're stuffed with firsts. First apartment, first job, first love, first heartbreak, first time in a new city. Your 50s can blur past because, honestly, almost nothing in them is new. The neuroscientist David Eagleman put it precisely. When everything is novel, like it is in childhood, your memory of that time is dense and detailed, and that richness tricks you into feeling that a lot of time passed. But as you age, you build compressed shortcuts for familiar things. The memories get thinner, and thin memories feel like less time. So think about what a routine looks like from the inside. You wake up, same commute, same desk, same route home, same evening. Your brain has seen all of it 1,000 times. It doesn't bother writing a detailed record. So when you look back on the month, there's barely anything there to replay, and a month with almost no memories in it feels like it flew by. This is the strange part. The busier and more repetitive your life gets, the faster it feels, precisely because there's nothing new to hold on to. You can be exhausted, run off your feet all year, and still feel like the year disappeared. Because being busy isn't the same as having new experiences. A childhood summer felt endless because it was wall-to-wall firsts. An adult year vanishes because it's mostly copies. Which is exactly why the two theories together are almost a warning. As you get older, each year is a smaller fraction of your life and it's more likely to be filled with routine. Both effects push in the same direction. Time speeds up and then speeds up faster. But here's the part that actually matters because it means you're not helpless. If routine is what makes time collapse, then novelty is the thing that stretches it back out. And you can manufacture novelty on purpose. The reason a 1-week trip somewhere new can feel longer in memory than the 2 months before it is that it was packed with new things your brain bothered to record. New streets, new food, new faces. You come home and it feels like you were gone forever because, in memory density terms, you don't need to fly across the world to do this. Take a different route home. Learn something that makes you clumsy again. Meet new people. Break the script your days run on. Every genuinely new experience is a memory your brain records in high resolution, and those are the anchors that make a stretch of time feel full instead of empty. Because in the end, the years aren't actually getting shorter. It's just that a life on autopilot leaves almost nothing behind to remember it by. The clock was never the thing measuring your life. Your memories were, and you get some say in how many you make.